Hello? All right. Ah. All right. Pushing up the view op. First things first. All right, let's go through the different time frames. See where we are on a higher time frame chart. So, hourly chart, we're holding that 200 very nicely. Very nice, very nice. Pushing back up. We do have some imbalance that was already filled. So, other than that, we got highs up there. You know, pre-market highs up there. 15-minute chart. Tap going to the high of that structure here. If it could start breaking out of that structure, that will definitely be interesting. If price could break through this structure, maybe break through it and then hold it as support possibly. So that's something to pay attention to. But we are holding that 200. So, and then 5-minute chart. We'll wait for that 5-minute range to close, and then see what happens. We're pushing right above VWAP and seeing what happens here. We've been holding VWAP, kind of holding below it ever since like 3 in the morning. Ever since like 3 in the morning, we've kind of... Actually, no. Oh. We broke through VWAP to the downside ever since like 3 in the morning. So we've been kind of holding below VWAP in bearish structure. Trying to get above it right now, but... Let me check while, again, news. I gotta see if there's news today. Is there news? 9:45 news. Dang it. And then 10 a.m. They need to stop releasing news at these weird times. Just release all the news before market opens. I don't know why they do that crap. 9:45, 10 a.m. Like, why not just release all the news at 8:30 and then call it a day? All right, we rejected, tried to push through VWAP, failed to do so, and then now we're going back below VWAP. We're still, we got about 1 minute left till this 5-minute candle. Now, and I got a, what's it called? Can I share the tool I have been printing with DM? I mean, you could share it. Honestly, I probably won't see it. I get too much scam messages. TikTok doesn't deal with their scammers. They allow scammers to just message everyone. So I get so many scam messages from and TikTok Messenger that I don't even check my messages. Instead of doing, you know, instead of TikTok actually putting work into getting rid of scammers on TikTok, what they do is they restrict people like me. I got a notification that my lives are restricted. I don't know what I said that restricted my lives. I have no idea what I said. But apparently my content on TikTok violates TikTok community guidelines. I find that comedic. Right, you can have half-naked chicks on the app, and that's completely fine with kids on there. And like, as soon as you do like educate, like, you know, trading content, I don't know what I said, what I did, but my lives are restricted. Apparently, I need to maybe take my shirt off and make it more. It's too PG for TikTok. Ugh. Yeah, we're kind of stuck. We'll see. We're failing. We're failing to go higher. So, the naked trader, yeah. Probably need to live stream naked, and then it'll be more in accordance with TikTok's guidelines. TikTok's gonna turn into an OF platform. Like, it just doesn't make sense at all. Like, I'm having a hard time, and I appealed it, and they reviewed it, and they still said, nah, it violates our guidelines. All right, if you say so. All right, trying to push back. Oh, did we close? Shoot, yeah, we did. All right, let me mark out that range real quick. All right, we got the high. We got the high up here. And then we got the low. Down here. All right, there's that 5-minute range. So let me go down to a 1-minute chart and see, go from there. So I'll be waiting for some structure, obviously, to form and break out. I'm going to wait for some good setups today. I'm not going to take, like, low probability setups. I'm going to try to wait for some good ones. We'll see if that happens, though. All right, we got pre-market lows down there. Looking like it wants to go for those pre-market lows, possibly. This is not a bad... I'm going to try this real quick. Just with one contract. This is not going to be anything. Just going in with one contract here. Seeing if it could go for those. We got lows. I'm going to try to target that 255 right here. 2552? Yeah. 2552 level down here. It's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Seeing if we can keep holding below view up. Go for those pre-market lows. Those pre-market lows, like, they look like they want to get tapped into. I gotta pay attention to time. News is gonna come out. Nothing crazy, but I am copy trading 7 accounts, so see if this thing can push lower. Looks like it wants to. We kind of broke that little bit of structure, and sellers stepping in aggressively, so seeing if we can continue that momentum. I took a short. I'm in short. But please don't copy me. Stops would be above these highs over here. It's having a hard time. May want to wait for news. I just think pre-market lows want to get tapped into. They're looking juicy down there. We had a big rejection. All right, give me a... Really? I'm gonna start trying to push this back up. Oh my god. Take freaking NASDAQ. After I said I'm gonna try to take good probability setups, and here I go, taking absolute shit of a trade. It's alright, it's only 50 bucks. It's a very... Alright, give me a second. Freaking... Man, I've been trading like shit lately, man. Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with my trading, man. I have not been seeing it. This isn't really a... freaking... Alright, I'll be back. Alright, we gotta break out of some structure. If we break out of this high, I'll be interested in a trade. Then we got that stupid news coming out in freaking 1 minute, so... Ugh. We're just at view ops, so anything could happen here. If we start displacing above the 5-minute range or displacing below it, it starts getting interesting, but All right, this thing is failing to go higher. I believe Nasdaq will go up. We'll see. If this starts displacing above that structure, I will be interested in a trade. But I'm gonna wait for this structure to get broken. Of here, displacement, not just a sweep. It has to be a displacement above it. Other than that, I mean, I'm gonna wait. Unless something else starts to really form that I like, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna wait for a higher time frame structure. I'm gonna stop playing these like little internal structures. They kind of suck. A lot of them don't. A lot of them don't work good. If I do take it, it's gonna be just on very low size. I don't want to get chopped up. That's the problem. If I do take it, it's going to be on very low size again, but alright, I'm going to try it one more time. If these little structures are not as high probability as a bigger structure, but you know, I'm willing to take. I think those pre-market lows looking like they want to get tapped into. Not a lot of risk on the table, so that's why I'm kind of you got to be careful with these kind of things because you could get chopped up if you're not careful with price moving the way it is right now. It's not really displacing anywhere yet. We got these little internal displacements, but they're nothing really, you know, significant. Like, we're just chopping freaking to the side. Welcome to the shit show. I mean, come on. You would think it wants to go lower. Like, what are you doing? Go, take out a low. This thing is just being so annoying. No way it's gonna go back up. No freaking way. No way. Bruh, no way. Oh my God. Yeah. Think it's gonna go back up? Come on. I think pre-market lows are down there. I think it wants pre-market lows. It needs to stop being an idiot and go for pre-market lows now. It's the freaking news. These stupid news events. Chopping. We got 10 a.m. news too. Anytime we get news, it starts to chop around before news. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with this stupid crap today? This is wild, bruh. This is absolutely wild. I'm getting obliterated today. Man, my trading has been complete. Keep waiting for these tiny little structures and taking them instead of waiting for a higher time frame structure to be broken. And it's I am sizing down, but still these little losses they start to add up. So I say don't copy me. Man. Oh. Trading is fun when you're winning, but when you're freaking losing, it's not so much fun. It's making higher lows, bro. It's making higher lows. Higher lows. Lower highs. Freaking lower highs. Dang it. It's making lower highs, so it's not looking good, but for the bulls. Who knows? This thing could break out. It's starting to form a freaking flag, so I don't know which way it's going to break out. Hopefully they go for that low. Like sometimes they do go for that low when the flag starts to form. They go take out a low, which I would assume happens before 10 a.m. when you want to go take out a low before you make that initial rip higher. But it looks like they're not doing that. Pushing above view up, so it's not looking good for me. Unless we can break below view up. So stupid. Trading sucks. Trading this freaking chop is so annoying. No, there's NASDAQ. I guess it's just waiting for news. I don't know. Ugh, 5 minutes till news, but it's not a big news event. It's only orange folder news. Oh, it's just a revised consumer sentiment. I don't know. It's an orange folder. It's not freaking any red folder or anything. Oh my gosh. Could the price action be any more annoying? It's not going anywhere. It's been stuck sideways for the past Bro, unbelievable. Stopped out twice in a row. Fudge. Ugh. Now it's gonna go lower. Man. Getting obliterated. Ugh. Now you can go lower. Yeah, push it lower now, you freaking... Oh, I gotta stop talking because I might get banned again. If we start displacing, I would be interested in a long if we start displacing above. Man, I cannot freaking... Ugh, man. I know. I may need to step away. This chop crap, when you start to take these, like, you get chopped up when it's freaking just chopped sideways like this. All right, let's see if I can catch a little. You know what I need to do? I just need to take a few base hits and get my. Double bottom? No, I didn't buy. All right, let's see. There's that displacement. Let's see if we can get a pullback now. We ripped for the highs without even getting a pullback. Bruh. No pullback. Come on, man. I told you. Yeah, you had a 50% chance of guessing. Market's either gonna go up or it's gonna go down. I mean, you could have just flipped a quarter and but yeah, you were right. I mean, we were below VWAP, we pushed above VWAP, we were holding bearish in the morning, and then we flipped bullish now. See if we get a pullback, possibly. Man, if we take out those highs, then that pullback doesn't matter anymore. All right, let's see. See if this pullback can actually happen. Going short? I don't know. We're at a dangerous area. It looks like it's going for those highs. But you do you. No, I did not get the long. I was waiting for the pullback on the long, but of course it doesn't pull back. It just rips. See, maybe we still get the pullback. I would, oh, hold on. Oh. Come on, rip lower. What up? I'm on the 1 minute chart right now. Seeing if this thing can pull back. Seems like you're consistently getting about... No, I'm shadow banned. I don't even look at the viewers anymore. TikTok sent me a message that they're restricting my viewers, so they're not even they're not even like... My content is too PG for TikTok. It's I need to be, you know, trading with my shirt off or doing something more. TikTok doesn't like PG content. It bans people for doing PG content, and then people that are half naked on lives, they allow that. So I'm not even looking at viewership. They already told me they're restricting my viewership, so. I don't know what I did, but I think I'm probably, you know, I'm dressed too, I'm too covered up. Ugh, freaking TikTok. You can't. You have to act emotional with every trade? I am emotional with every trade. And all these other I guarantee you all these other traders, they're botting their stream. Like, I see some of these, like, traders that trade live that have, like, 1.4K viewers. Really? I can almost guarantee you he's botting his, they're botting their own streams. It's almost like a fake it till you make it. You bought your stream and then more people watch because they see the viewership, so they're gonna watch. But in reality, it's a bunch of fake viewers. You'll have somebody with like 1,000 followers with like 1.5K viewers. Like, I'm like, really? And yell at the screen. I get emotional. Yeah. Trying to wait for this pullback, if this pullback can actually happen. Remember that strategy I was using before worked really well today. Like, absolutely just printed today. The break below, closure back in, off a bullish imbalance to go higher. Look at that. Freaking A. What is it doing? It's just chopping now. It's up. No, I'm not shorting all-time highs. I don't do that anymore. No way. All right, let me see if we've been coming like super close to pre-market highs and pre-market lows and just absolutely just going the other direction. I'm going to use the breakout method. Yeah, the breakout method with higher time frame, but you have to do higher time frame breakouts. Doing lower time frame breakouts it doesn't work as good. You get a lot of fake outs. I mean, anything higher time frame is going to hold more weight than lower time frame. Problem with breakouts is you don't get the pullbacks a lot of, like, sometimes you just don't get the pullback. Sometimes you get a pullback immediately, and then other times you don't get a pullback at all. Like this instance, it just broke out and just ripped. No pullbacks, no nothing. Now it's just, you're caught here waiting. Learn not to chase. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a part of you gotta just miss some trades. Do you think you will ever get to the point of just trading on like the 1 hour? Possibly. Lower time frames are kind of like annoying. 1 hour, look at the 1 hour. Like, but it's just, you have to, the problem with 1 hour is you have to wait for setups for super long. I mean, look at just using, let's say, using the 200. Look how many, look at the 200. Look how many, just pre-market, just like today, look at that. Bounce off the 200, bounce off the 200, bounce off the 200, bounce off the 200, like, what if you just did that? Like, a higher time frame, allow yourself, do the back testing, allow yourself for however much drawdown you need according to back testing, and then just like, trading the freaking the 200. You do get a lot of time. See, here it didn't work. It just broke through it. It never bounced, so you would have took a loss on that. But you would need to see how much of, you know, or maybe you would wait for like a confirmation candle, you know, bounce, confirmation candle, and then push it higher to the next point. Here it failed. Here it worked. Look at that. And when it worked, look how well this thing worked. Boom, and it went all the way to highs. Same thing here. Here it worked. So you could technically just like, you just have to be super patient. I don't know. That 200, especially on a higher time frame, holds a lot of weight. Waiting for 5-minute IFEG to go short. Come on. Oh, you're talking about this one. We have another gap below it, so there's another. Oh my gosh. There's the bounce. Really wanted this pullback. I don't know what to do, man. I just can't. These pullbacks never fill me. I was ready to place an order around that 660 level right there for a bounce off these highs. And it just like, it goes so close and it just rips without you. I don't know. And I said that in the morning, that level would be really, I said it would be interesting if we could break out of that with displacement. I don't know if I should just take the initial breakout, just go in, you know, market order in. I don't know. I really don't know. But then market order in is not smart either, because now you're waiting, you're getting filled up higher, and that could be a sweep. So, I don't know. It's better to wait for. Yeah, and I said if we break above this structure, it's going to be an interesting long setup. And there we go, taking out highs, pre-market highs. So now it's like, now it's dangerous to look for a long because we already took out highs. But yeah, view up 200. I mean, you can find a strategy just in those two. I mean, look how many times it respects the 200. So this is the hourly chart. Let's go back. Let's go back like January. Look. Let's go back January. All right, this is January 6th, right? So we're kind of holding way above it, and then we kind of get pullbacks into it where right, like look at this. Respects it right there. Then pulls back, respects it again, and when it respects it, and it just rips to the upside. You could definitely have like a, you know. And these higher time frame break and retests work way better than, see how it broke down here and then popped right back up to respect that level. Here, respected it again here. Here, if you tried to go short, you would have got stopped out. And then here, I'll go long. I don't know. First shown fair value gap, yeah, it's a good way to look at it. But I mean, even the break and retests on higher time frames just work so much better. Like 15, if you go to even a 15-minute time frame, right? 15-minute time frame, and let's just say you saw this right here, this breakdown right here, and then a retest back into it and have a stop above the highs. Well, actually, you would have got chopped up, but the problem is it never a lot of times it doesn't retest, it just keeps ripping without you. So I don't know. I have no idea. What about the 5-minute? And it's still ripping. Oh my gosh. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to call it. Ugh. What a shitty day of trading, man. Great way to start your freaking weekend. Let me look at yesterday real quick. Hold on. Ugh. Man, he couldn't even tap into this gap. Like, I was hoping it was at least tap into that gap. So there you have it. The chop was the pullback? Yeah. Well, I wanted to pull back into the to go long. I wanted to pull back into that gap. Like right here. You see this high? So you see these highs that price broke out of right there. And then you have an imbalance right there. I had my order at the very beginning of that imbalance. Well, I didn't place it yet, but I had my finger on the, you know, to place the order as soon as price got really close. And I was wanting it to at least fill that imbalance. That's a good, see, this is a good setup right there. This is a really good setup. That I just need to wait for these kind of good setups instead of trying to take lower probability. Like, I do size down on those lower probability ones, but it's just stupid because it's like, you take a lower probability trade, you lose money. Then you take another lower probability and you lose money. And it's just like, is it really even worth it is the question. Even if you're sizing down. Probably not. But something like this, where you have a imbalance right there, it displaced above, right? We look at this even 5-minute candle. This 5-minute candle closed pretty strong above that level. So if you could just look for a retest as soon as it closes strong, that's all you really need. And it's off a higher time frame, so you know they're going to be defending that level pretty aggressively. So that's just how I look at it. I mean, I don't know. You could look at it however. But like even these like 5-minute, like, you see how we have this kind of internal structure. When we broke out of it, we pulled back into it, yeah, to go higher. But I don't short. Problem is, I don't long below view op. I don't do that. So let me look at yesterday. Just curious on 5-minute how it looked yesterday. Like, see, you don't get the, like, this is a beautiful, like, would be a beautiful short, but you don't get, it just drops without you. And then what do you do? See, like, even this time, look at this. This is another really good trade that happened at 10:30. Look at this. Look at these wicks on the 5-minute right there. The problem is you just have to have patience for these setups. So when price starts to reject, look how heavily sellers stepped in and tried to sell it lower, and they failed to take it lower. Then when buyers aggressively stepped in, look at this 5-minute candle and how it just absolutely displaces above that level, right? Then you kind of start showing an uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. Then you get that pullback, like I was like into this imbalance like I was looking for today, same type of thing. Or we have an imbalance and we have this massive level it broke out of, right? Massive level it broke out of, and we have this imbalance. So it pulls back into that imbalance paired with that massive level, and then it goes higher. And there's the 200 right there that's holding it up too. So that's just another confluence. And after that, look at the rip, you got higher. And that was yesterday, that was 10:30, so yeah, there are, like, you know, there are good setups. You just have to be that's the problem with trading. It's so easy to be impatient and just kind of, what the hell is this? Like, it's so easy to be impatient. Same thing like this breakout. The breakout works, but then it's like you don't get the pullback. So what are you supposed to do? Also, another beautiful breakout. Breakout, but no pullback. So, I don't know. And then, also another. Look at when you get these wicks again. This was actually 935. Another great setup, right? I think I actually caught this trade. But another great setup. Look at the structure. Before market even opened, look at that structure. When we broke out aggressively, right? We get a pullback back into that structure. There's an imbalance right there. Back into that structure to go higher. And then you also had this structure up here. We broke out of it. We pulled back into it to go higher. I mean, there is, like I said, we just have to, I have to stick to the 5-minute chart. That's going to be kind of my rule. Because I got to prevent myself from taking low quality setups. Just like 1 minute break of structures. A lot of them fail. So if I can really focus my attention on higher time frame ones like these, would be, you know, way better. Ugh. Literally just sent me another, I don't know if I should just stop trading on TikTok. They literally just sent me another, your live visibility restricted. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and is restricted in search results as we have detected suspicious activity that may violate our integrity and authenticity policies. What did I do? Yeah, they shadow ban you. But what did I do? It's not, I'm not even talking about anything controversial. It's not like I'm talking about some controversial topic that's like, what am I doing? It's like, this makes me more and more just want to like, just stop trading on TikTok. I don't know, it's just, it's stupid. Like they're shadow ban. I used to get like 60 viewers to 80 viewers a while ago, and now it's just like, you know, 16 viewers. They're just restricting everything. I don't know. Hopefully they freaking I mean, hopefully with new management, hopefully they're gonna do something about it, but I don't know. It's TikTok, so you never know. But we're still ripping higher, man. Probably because you have a brain in the background. Yeah. I honestly, I think my streams are too PG. If only I was a girl. Bruh, if I was a girl, I would be balling out of control. It's so funny because I find it hilarious. Like some of these girls go live, and they just like sit there and like, they'll just sit there and like stare at the camera with like a skimpy outfit on. It's just like, and then you look at the viewers and there's like 300 people watching with her just staring at the camera. Like, I'm sorry, like, do people find that interesting? You have to add a TikTok shop product to your live? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to sell products. And even then, they still find a way to restrict you. Sell stuff for cars? Imagine if I created an auction where I could just auction off my cars that I have. I saw a dude doing that with like Hot Wheel cars. He had a live where he was auctioning off Hot Wheel cars. I should do that with real cars. I'll have an auction while I'm trading. It's just like people can bid. But it's the world we live in. Stuff this doesn't make sense. This is why even like you think like these streamers and stuff like that, like they have to rely on these platforms. Like relying on platforms like YouTube and TikTok to like make your money, it is very like, as you can see, it is very, I don't know, I feel like you can't rely on them. They'll ban you, they'll restrict you for nothing, absolutely nothing. You do nothing wrong and they ban you and restrict you. And then you appeal it and then they deny your appeal. And they don't even say why they do it. They don't even give you like, if they give you like a little snippet of what you said or what you did to get you restricted, they don't even do that. They're just like, oh, you're restricted. And imagine somebody who makes a living off of social media and they just like out of nowhere just ban you and restrict you. It's the one benefit. Like I own my own business, right? So it's like nobody restricts me. Absolutely nobody. I don't rely on a freaking platform. Actually, I do rely a little bit on Facebook because that's where I sell my cars. Oh gosh. But like I really don't, you know, if it's not Facebook, there's gonna be something else. So it's not really a platform issue. So, but I don't see how you can get restricted on Facebook selling cars. So I'm not really doing anything unless you start maybe scamming people. I have to get my lifters fixed on my 2018 Chevy Silverado. I got a quote for 11K and another for 6K. Yeah, 11K is absurd. Even 6K is on the high side, in my opinion. I mean, depending on how much the parts are, price-wise. I mean, lifters aren't the hardest thing to replace. They're like, even 6K is on the steep side. Yeah, it's like every industry, even the car business, like there's so much freaking, it's every industry with trading and then with cars. It's like you have these people that are these like, I don't want to say scammers, but scammers. Maybe that's why I'm getting restricted, because I keep saying that word. But like even the car industry, people try to screw over other people. With parts, with repairs, with everything. Trading industry, same thing. You have people selling courses and trying to screw over other people too to try to get their money. It's every industry. You just have scumbags in every industry that have no morals, all they care about is money, and that's the problem. It's not about money. It's not all about money. Like, doesn't your reputation and name mean something? Apparently not. Like, some people just don't care about their own reputation. What all cars do you have? I have a lot. Right now I have, Volkswagen Touareg, a Mercedes E350 Coupe, a Mercedes E350 Sedan, Buick Encore, Chevy Cruze, something else too, I already forgot. What else do I have? Oh, Dodge Grand Caravan. I mean, I like 7 cars probably. But I sell cars. This isn't like I'm balling out of control. Like, I'm not somebody who has like a garage full of just cars that I never sell. I make money from this, so this is how I make money. Oh, the delete? Okay. Yeah, it also depends on how, like, certain things cost more money because it, like, a job where you have to pull the whole engine to do a job, yeah, that job's going to be pretty pricey. Versus a job where you could just do it without pulling the engine. But in the mechanic world, here's a little secret that nobody's going to tell you. And I know mechanics, I work on cars, I know this industry very well. So, in the mechanic world, what happens is, and this is what a lot of mechanics do. If the book, so they have what's called like, they have a book that they go by prices, like by the book. Whatever the book charges kind of, oh, this is a 12-hour job. Let's just say the book says this is a 12-hour job, and it's going to cost you, $3,000 to do this 12-hour job. What the mechanic does is he is going to charge you $3,000 for a 12-hour job, but he's going to get it done in 4 hours, right? So he charged you for the full 12 hours, but he only did it in 4 hours. So he got paid for 12 hours of work, but only did it in 4 hours. And that's how they make crazy money. That's how body shops make money. That's how a lot of these mechanics make money. From one side, it's like, if you're a mechanic who can get it done super fast, but from another side, it's like, people don't like that. People say that's kind of unethical to do in a sense of, I don't know. And then there are other mechanics that will charge you based on how many hours he works. They have a flat rate. Maybe he charges, $120 an hour. And if he fixes it in 5 hours, then he charges you that 120 times 5. Yeah, that's the thing, is it's experience, right? So if there is a mechanic who can get a 12-hour job done in 6 hours because he has the experience and he's done it so many times, well, from one side it's like, all right, But also, I don't want a mechanic rushing. I hate when mechanics rush, because what happens when mechanics rush is they don't double check their work. They leave stuff, they may not tighten certain bolts, and it's just like, certain mechanics try to rush so fast that they get sloppy. And I've known mechanics that do that. I get cars and it's like, bruh, like, stop being so sloppy. Double check your work. But yeah, I mean, you do pay for experience in the industry. That's with any industry. I would rather pay for experience, because an experienced, mechanic is going to actually get your car done instead of making you spend a lot of money on stuff that doesn't need to be spent because he doesn't know what he's doing and he's just guessing. That happens a lot too. Alright, I don't think we're going to get this pullback. This is just done. You think it's going to continue higher? I mean, we're at the point where, this is why I say, like, the break and retests, right? Like, this first break and retest is a good setup, right? Because you're kind of like, you're in a spot where you're in the initial beginning stages of the move, possibly. So the first break and retest is usually the best break and retest. But then once you, like, right, then it breaks out of this high and it pulls back to retest, that becomes a little lower probability retest. And then once it breaks above this high and it retests, that becomes an even lower probability. Why? Is because at a certain point, you're most likely going to get a pullback, right? You're not going to just keep going higher and higher and higher and higher without a pullback. So every break and retest becomes a lower probability, because there's going to get to a point where it's going to pull back and you're going to get stopped out if you take every single break and retest. So, but not all of them even pull back to like look at this one. It didn't even pull back to the high. It just kind of, you got to look at the gaps too. These imbalances, sometimes if you're looking for a break and retest, it's good to put in an imbalance area. Like, see, there's an imbalance right there. So you have a high, you'd maybe put at the 50% of that imbalance, and then maybe put your stops. Yeah, so. But the first one's always the best. So it could go higher. I mean, it could. The market could just trend higher. I've seen it happen where you think it's going to pull back and it just keeps going higher and higher and higher for the rest of the day. You always just got to think in terms of probability. That's it. You can't do anything else. I mean, you can't figure the market out. It's just it's buyers and sellers. So you never know. At any moment, some massive hedge fund can get into a short position or something, and this thing can freaking, you know, can tank. Or you never know who's gonna take a position, who's gonna. All right, what time is it? It's time. 10:47. Yeah. So. What the heck? Somebody just texted me looking for Daniela. What the hell? Why? I'm not Daniela. Where am I? Ugh. Yeah, see, and it's going higher now. I mean, we've already broken the freaking. Let's see, look at the hourly chart. Hold on. I mean, look at the hourly chart. We've already broken out of these highs. I mean, now, I mean, there's other levels it could go for. We got some highs up here, some highs up here. So, I mean, it is displacing above those highs. So, you would think now at this point, if it retraces back 738s, it could hold that 738 as support level. Where is it? 738's down here, but you know. What you need to what I realized with the market lately is you need to wait for. So a lot of times in the morning the market will like start chopping, right? You'll see this a lot. Pay attention. The market will start chopping in the morning. You usually don't get moves. You get like fake outs, this, that, and then when the move finally breaks out of a high or a low, like out of a certain high level, a higher time frame high, it breaks out of it, then it starts trending toward that direction. Same thing with a low. So that's what I was saying. It's almost like you need to wait for just higher time frames to get broken and then just trade the direction. Like, look at even, let's go to, is this yesterday? Right? Like, look at even this day. So we opened up around right here, 9:30. Let me zoom out a little bit. Like, we opened up, right? 9:30 was this massive red candle right there that started to drop. Look at the structure you have right here. This low right there. Look at that structure you have. So when it broke down with that much force and momentum, and then look what happened. It pulled back into that high of that. I actually caught this trade too. I remember this trade. I caught this trade. Right? Higher time frame. Look on the 5. Actually, look. Let me go on the 5 minute. On that date. Where is it? Right? So here's that drop. You have that higher time frame, right? 5 minute low right there. That gets heavily dropped and it doesn't take out the lows. Comes back and retraces back up. Wait, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, that is it. Never mind. Yeah, so See, same thing here. Look at this structure that got formed. Right there. Right? We started breaking out of that structure. We started pulling back into it, holding it as support. And then going higher. So, moral of the story, look at higher time frames. I mean, you'll hear other traders say that too. Look at don't be stuck on just 1 minute time frames. Like, use 1 minute as your entries. 1 minute time frame is meant to be used as your entries, but you have to have a higher time frame look on things. Like, see, that's why these 1 minute breaks, right? Where it kind of breaks and then fakes you out. Right? You would think here, right? Broke out of the high and then kind of fakes you out. And then so. Higher time frame. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna hop off. I mean, it's 10:53. We'll see. I'll be back, I'll be back Monday. We'll, do this again Monday. So. Other than